Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to learn about printing the pyramid in C Sharp, which will be in the easy steps. You don't need to go for multiple complex things. We are just going to use outer loop and inner loop with just using for loop for that. So let's go ahead by creating a project console application. How can we create console application? You will see in this video. After that we will code for printing the pyramid. After that we will go ahead. We will see if our output is correct or not or anything misplaces. Okay. So let's go ahead. So I have clicked on the Visual Studio 2022. So I am going to use this and we are using a console application. So just go on create a new project. When you click on the create new project, it will show us some templates which we can use. So we just want to use a console application, so that we will click on the console application only. So console application, next. So after clicking on next, you can name here whatever you want to name that. So we are printing star pyramid. So my application name will be a star pyramid, and I will click on the next. After that we will be using a .NET 8 framework and we will click on create. So now Visual Studio is setting its environment for our .NET project. So in this pyramid, what we are going to do is we are simply printing the stars. We can print any other things that you want to print. Okay. So this is the basic structure of a console application, where you can see on the right side there is a solution explorer, and the center screen will be the code where we are going to write. So our file name is program.cs. It will be seen same as in your file explorer also, with program.cs. So now this is the simple template they have given us. When we click F5, we can see a simple output of this sample template. So here what we are seeing is hello world, which was in our code palette as hello world. So now what we are going to see here is the star pyramid. So let's start with it. So first of all we need to clear this, Control A, clear. So after clearing, to start the C Sharp code, we need to create a class first. So create a class, right, program, curly braces. So when our code starts, it's by default main method is a static void main. So understood that when creating a main method, you have to use a capital M, not a small m. Okay. I will show what happens if we use small m, and what happens if we use capital M. So first of all, we will go this. So this will be our enter point of our code. So first of all, what we have to think about the structure, that for example, if I am using your code, I want to decide the rows of the pyramid. So we will give that availability for the user. So we will create one console.writeLine, enter the number of rows. Here what we are showing user that for printing the pyramid, enter the number of rows you want to display. So after that, to store this number of rows, we need to create one variable where int rows. This will be the variable where we are going to store the number entered by the user. Just a minute. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so what we have done here is that we have telling the user that to enter the numbers of the rows. After that we want to store that into the rows. So for storing that into the rows, what we will do, we'll write here rows is equal to, so when user is inputting the number, it is by default in a string, so we need to convert it into the int. So we will use convert dot to int, and console dot read line is for to read the user inputs. After that we will start the main logic here. So first it's time for the outer loop, which we will create using for loop. For int, here we are declaring I variable is equal to 1. After that I less than equal to rows. After that we will go ahead with I plus plus, and in the inner loop, so first of all what we want to do, we need to draw a pyramid, right? So first star will be in the center. After that it will broaden its length, so we have to add spaces also to them. So first of all, after entering the outer loop, we will go for inner loop, where we are going to use for loop again. For int j is equal to I, j is less than rows, and j plus plus. So in this we are going to print the spaces. So what here we are doing, here we are using console dot write. Okay, so here we are adding spaces, and just so we are going to create a next for loop for printing the stars. So let's go ahead. For here we will declare int k is equal to whatever it will be, k is equal to 1, we will test it. Then k is less than, here we are going to use one formula, I into 2 minus 1. After that k plus plus, and here we will print stars. So just add star here, and after that, after each row we want to print the stars one row below as a stack. So here we will use console dot write line. Okay, so let's see if it works or if there is any problem in this. So I have clicked F5 and we are going ahead with the building started of our project structure. So first it will ask us to enter the number, so I will press 5 and go ahead. So what we get here is that 2, 4, 3, 6 and 9. So we have mistaken something in our code. We will go and verify it. We got the 5 lines. Let's try adding here equal to control S and F5. So I am going to enter here 5. Voila. So we got the output what we want. It's we have entered the number of rows, so we can see our pyramid is perfectly structured. First row 1 star, second 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. Okay, so you got it. So let's get into the code, how it runs, how it works. So we get the output as we required. So here what we have seen, that user is entering the number, then after that we get the pyramid. So it is a perfectly structured. Now let's dive into the code. So here what we have done is simple steps. So first we have created a class. After that we have created a main method from where this is the entry point of our code. After that we have declared the variable rows, which will be having a data type of integer, because we are going to store the number in it. After that, we have told the user to enter the numbers, and after that the entered number should be stored into the rows. That's why we have used console.readline. And let's come to the main point here. Now what here we have done, here is the total logic of creating the pyramid, right? So first we have used the outer loop, right? So this is our outer loop. So let's dive into the what this logic does. Here we have defined int I, whose value is 1. After that, we are going here for condition that I is less than equal to rows, which will be a 5 in our condition. For example, if it's true, it will go inside the loop. Then for example, after that it will come to the for loop. Here what we have done, here we have declared j and we have stored i's value in the j, that is 1. After that, it will check the condition j. What is j? J is 1 is less than rows. Rows are 5, right? So it will go inside the loop, and it will print spaces up to where it will print spaces up to 4 is less than 5, because 5 is less than 5 will be the condition which is false. After that, it will go to the for loop for printing the stars. So what here we have done, we have declared k, which will be the 1, and 1 is less than equal to I into 2 minus 1. So here, after doing the calculations, we have used this calculation to to add 2 stars subsequently after each row, and then it will print star. And console.writeLine is to print each row in separate line, like this. So this will be the first, this will be the second, and so on. So it's that simple. We are using a simple for loop to print the pyramid using I, j and k. So outer loop works for deciding the rows. Then inside it we go for j, where we print the spaces. Here we print the space, and here we print the stars, and we get our output as we require. So here user enters the number. Sorry. Here user enters the number, and he gets the output as pyramid star. Okay, fine. That's it for the video. So I hope you have understood what I have told about pyramid pattern and how it works. So what really logic we have used, and how we enter the basic write line and read line, and why we have used write. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Bye bye.